Welcome to our Plugs Community Connection. I am your host, DJ Kitty Cat, with my sister co-host, Miss Morningstar on WKRA 92.7 FM The Change. If you're looking for the best in news, current events, community outreach programs, and shopping connections, you've come to the right place. We've got a great mix of content and community connections lined up for you this evening, along with special guest interviews. So, grab your favorite drink of choice, turn up the volume, and let's get into it.
Good morning, WKRA 92.7 The Change. It is your morning host, DJ Kitty, here with my co-host, my sister, Miss Morningstar from Our Plugs, the Community Connection. It is Friday. Oh my goodness, we made it, y'all.
It's Friday. Woo!
What? This has been the longest week, and I don't know why.
I don't know why. What y'all feel, WKRA?
Maybe because it's been
It's
raining.
week.
It has been a long week, like crawling by. And I guess it's because it's been raining all week and it's, kind of down and dreary. And we don't really, the news is just, oh my goodness. We are on I'm just happy to see Friday, period.
Yes.
I hope everyone had a good night's rest. Come on in, get your breakfast. I'm thinking maybe we had an omelet yesterday, so maybe some grits with salt and pepper and butter. No sugar. Ew.
Sugar grits over here.
That is nasty.
I do sugar grits. I'm from the northeastern Ohio, baby. That's how we do it. But
no, ma'am.
to each his own.
Some butter, salt and pepper, and some bacon, and maybe a biscuit today. That sounds good. But no sugar in your grits, please.
I don't know, y'all. To each his own. To each his own. It was good up until the salt and the pepper.
I mean, why would you want sugar in your grits?
They good. They
okay.
Delicious.
I'm gonna take your word for
it. Delicious.
I don't see the point of sugar. No, I'm stick with my a pinch of salt and pepper and some butter.
You know what? My dad used to say that to us. Why y'all putting sugar on them grits? We was kids, and we just we did. And he from Northeastern Ohio, so he never ate sugar on his grits, but he has Southern, family. So
yes,
I don't know. It is what it is.
I guess it's a northern thing. I don't know.
It's a thing.
But also your 16 ounces of water. That's the most important. We have to hydrate, absolutely, and then maybe some coffee and orange juice. Come on in. Let's talk about it. Today is going to be a free dumb Friday, just free, because my goodness, it has been a week. I want us to have a wonderful Friday. I want us to get out this weekend and do something fun. My goodness, because it's been crazy. So maybe go to the park, go to a water park. If it's not raining, maybe catch a movie, do something fun. God knows we need it. And we're about to start the show, but before we can start, as always, we must start with positive affirmations. And we get those positive affirmations from our affirmation queen, Mrs. Morningstar. What do you have for us?
Yes, so today this is a quick little affirmation for the weekend. Just some weekend Saturday affirmations. Just some things you can kind of, the weekend is supposed to be relaxing. It's supposed to kind of unwind, no productivity, y'all, no deadlines, no action items, all those administrative tasks. If you're in an administrative position, you got deadlines, always deadlines and reports and spreadsheets. And I don't know. It just sometimes you be like, listen, I don't want to see another spreadsheet, deadline, or nothing. And you just want to relax the weekend. So Here's some tips on your affirmations for your Saturday, okay? So you wake up in the morning, you say, "Today I embrace the beauty of a fresh start. I am filled with gratitude for another beautiful Saturday.
Yes.
My heart is open to all the joys this day will bring. I am a magnet for positive experience and happy moments.
Yes.
Today I choose to focus on what makes me feel good. I am in charge of how I feel today and I choose happiness.
Happiness and joy, baby.
I welcome this day with a calm mind and a cheerful heart. Every breath I feel, every breath I take fills me with peace and positivity. I'm surrounded by beauty inside and out. Today, I will find joy in both the big and small moments.
Mm-hmm.
I am capable. Hold on, I lost it for a minute. Oh, here it is. I am capable of turning challenges into opportunities.
I like
I,
that one.
yes, I am a creator of my own happiness, especially on a Saturday. Y'all remember that song, Saturday, 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 it's a Saturday, yeah. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, we do.
I radiate confidence, positivity, and love. I am grateful for the day of rest, relaxation, and rejuvenation.
And I am digging all of that. Rest, relaxation, and
And
rejuvenation.
rejuvenation. I know the weekend is short, but what
Mhm.
you gonna do, y'all, is you gonna enjoy them few days and make sure you do some cleansing. If you got massage appointments, hair appointments,
You know what?
nail
I make
appointments,
me one. Yes.
yes, take care of you on
Yeah.
your days that you get off from your jobs.
Yes. Well, I'm definitely going to do some self care this weekend. Yeah,
Okay, me too,
because
sis.
I need it. Nail salon, nail appointment. I think I'm gonna schedule my massage because oh my goodness, it's been a week.
I'm gonna get my nails done. I did the feet last week, and I'm kind of off on my week, so I usually try to do it together. But
Yes, so I
that's
don't have to
okay.
go twice. But
Mhm.
yeah, I'm gonna go knock it out today, as a matter of fact, because I want
Get
my
that.
Saturday free. You know.
Yes. Get that rub down or whatever.
Yes, I need it. It's been,
Mhm.
honey. Let me tell you, I'm gonna get into this. Let's go ahead and hop into the weather. And I'm gonna tell you what me and the grandson decided to do yesterday.
Okay.
Got off the show. It was fun though. It was fun.
Okay.
And,
Cool.
my shoulders
Nice.
hurt right about now. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna give it away, but my shoulders are screaming at me. So let's go ahead and hop into the weather. So let's see. Holly Springs, you have a high of 92 today, a low of 72. 24% chance of rain. Winds are out of the south southwest at 6 miles per hour, 6 to 10 miles per hour. Mostly cloudy, some sunshine is going to break through. Winds are light. Your air quality is good. Humidity is at 67% in the morning, 87 in the evening. Tree pollen is low, grass pollen is high, and ragweed is moderate. Memphis, oh my goodness, a high of 93. It's going to be hot. Low of 75, about a 24% chance of rain. Winds are out of the south southwest at 7 to 10 miles per hour. Sunny and cloudy, mixture all day. Humidity is at 62% in the morning and 79% in the evening. Air quality is good. Tree pollen is low, grass pollen is high, and ragweed is moderate. Houston, hot Houston, a high of 92, a low of 78, about a 33% chance of rain. Winds are out of the southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. We have a mixture of clouds and sun all day with isolated thunderstorms. Again, that's all I'm going to say is again because it's been raining off
Thunderstorm.
and on. Yes, and when I say thunder, I thought a car was backfiring earlier today. I ducked, I didn't know if it was a car or, because folks is crazy and I am in Texas, so I didn't know if it was
Yeah, you
a
got
car
it,
or a shotgun or
baby.
what.
You
I
got to
ducked,
duck first, and then
duck.
look.
We have a humidity today is at 67% in the morning and 82% in the evening. It's a shame I can't read my own handwriting. Air quality is good. Tree pollen is low. Grass pollen is low. And ragweed is moderate. So we've had a full week of just rain. Actually, it's been 3 weeks. Raining off and on, raining off and on. And I know we need the water, so I'm not going to complain. I'd rather have the rain than be in a drought any day, because when it's not raining here, that means that we are 15 steps into hell
You
all
ain't
day, every
lying.
day.
Yes.
Hey, we see you in the chat,
Hey, chat.
ladies, over on YouTube. We appreciate
Welcome
you guys for
in.
showing up. Yes. So that is the weather. I know it is still hot across the nation. Just know that this too shall pass. You will not be stuck with Houston weather for too much longer. You know, it'll cool off. Unfortunately, it's going to come back our way, and we will be stuck with this until October, maybe November. Pray for us,
It's
because
gonna
it
be
does
hot.
get hot.
It's gonna be hot.
Hot is an understatement. It gets hot here. Anybody who hasn't been here, just take our word for it. And if you do
Yes.
want to come in the fall or the spring. You don't want to come in the summer. It's too hot. It's
It's
too
too
hot.
hot. It's too hot.
So, do you want to go ahead and hop into news you can use? Before we get started, let's just say this. Have you noticed that you and I, we do our research every day to find news that we can bring to our listening audience?
Mm-hmm.
Have you noticed that I have to search and search for positive news?
Yeah, I do too. It's sad.
Yes.
It
It's
is
like
so
all of
sad.
it's doom and gloom. And it's like
Doom and gloom.
I don't want to bring the readers down or the listeners down every day talking, about all the craziness that's going on in this world. I know we have to inform people. I get that. People have to
And
be informed on what's going
so
on.
it's so much that you like we literally don't we know people need to know, like you just said, but it's just so much. I'm talking about from our health care being demolished, right in front of our eyes. The health that we once had before is now in jeopardy. I mean, daily viruses popping up, people getting sick.
COVID is back on the rise. COVID went
Yes,
away. It never went away.
never went away.
I
Then we
still hear
got
that.
criminals running around this country, like just mad
Yes.
running around doing the most awful things you can think about. I mean, just it's doom and gloom
It's doom and
around the
gloom.
whole country.
And I really don't want to, I don't want to report on that all the time. And then I look for positive stories. So I think I'm just going to have to, really do some research and find out where we can find something that's good. I know we can find people who are doing positive things in the community. We can talk about, what our kids are doing, but the news is like my grandson calls it, the noodles. The noodles, it's pretty bad, every
Mm-hmm.
time we turn around. And I blame the man with the dead hand, because most of the news that we have to report about is some craziness that he's done.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
craziness that he's done, or someone in his cabinet has done, or people are reacting or acting because of their anger towards him. Oh, it's crazy. And I'd like to see that change.
Wait a minute. And Melba, am I reading what you saying correctly? You said all they're trying to get a bill through the North Carolina senator for to call Trump daddy.
I had one that girl, baby.
See,
What grown man? Let me
see
let
how
me ask
crazy
y'all.
these people are.
Let me ask y'all a serious question. What grown man do you know, unless you're related to that person would want to call another man daddy? Why would you want to do that? Enlighten me. Why are you calling another man who is not your father daddy? Why are you? And then, are wait. I thought they had a thing that they didn't like the LGBTQIA community. This sounds like it's really suspect. You want to call another man daddy? Um, Daddy Trump. We have stepped into the twilight zone.
It is so unserious, y'all. It is. This is the most unserious I have ever seen in my entire life as an adult. Other adults be like, who are older than me. I you hear my voice. I don't even know what to say.
I don't know what to say either. I just,
I was so they okay. So Priscilla is saying that that's what they called him at the summit at NATO, and from what I didn't see it, but from what I heard, it was just the way the guy was making the comment, like they were calling you that or something. I'm gonna have to watch it. Hold on, y'all. Keep talking, Kitty.
you know what? I'm gonna say this. I am so embarrassed for the country right now. I'm gonna speak for everybody. I'm embarrassed. What? Why are we calling the president of the United States, if you want to call him that? I'm gonna call him the man with the dead hand, daddy. I had one father. God rest his soul. I'm not calling anybody else daddy. Hey, Dan, or is that Danny writing? Good to see you. But yeah, I'm not calling another man daddy, especially if no, I'm not. I'm not calling another man daddy. I can't. I feel like America, blink twice, girl, you in trouble because what are we doing here? This is some WPS. Uh and I just can't get with it. I'm not gonna get jiggy with any of this. I'm not calling the man with the dead hand anything other than the man with the dead hand. I may call him Fat Nixon. I may call him trumping, frumping, but I'm not calling. And every once in a while, when I have to talk, in certain spaces, I may call him, the president of the United States. I don't know if I can't say he was elected because I don't believe so, but to call this man daddy, oh girl, mm-mm.
You know, I'm gonna let y'all listen to something. Now, this was an interview like at NATO at the summit. You know, he went to NATO. So this is how insane,
Bizarre.
yes, that and delusional that Trump is. Because the biggest thing he wanted to pull out of NATO, right? He wanted
Yeah,
to pull out of NATO. That was all, or he always talked about they gotta pay. They gotta pay, And in reality, he always flip flops things. He makes things seem and his followers always believe him. Now, they did increase their defense for with NATO. Everybody agreed to 5% for defense. Why? Because they want to defend Ukraine. Okay,
yeah.
not because Daddy, as they want to call,
Don't
told them
call
they
that
had
man
to
daddy
pay
now.
up.
Don't say it now. Now another time. Don't you call that man daddy not now another time. I will call your actual father and let him know you on the radio calling this man daddy. Don't say
I ain't calling them daddy. I'm just repeating what they said. I would never call that old dirty bastard with the
uh,
dead hand, stank,
uh,
delusional thing, anything.
we on the radio. We on the
I
radio.
know I ain't gonna go
All right.
too far, but y'all know, y'all read what I'm putting down.
Yeah, I'm
But
picking.
just listen to this reporter ask him a pretty straightforward question, like, you've been against You've been against this all this time. Now you saying, I mean, he flip flops. Here, y'all just listen to this.
That you would end the Ukraine war in 24 hours. You said that sarcastically.
Of course, it was sarcastic.
But you've now been in office for 5 months and 5 days. Why have you not been able to end the Ukraine war?
Because it's more difficult than people would have any idea. Vladimir Putin has been more difficult. Frankly, I had some problems with Zelensky. You may have read about him. And it's been more difficult than other wars. I mean, look, we just ended a war in 12 days that was simmering for 30 years, frankly. We ended...
I'm gonna stop right there.
Huh?
I'm gonna stop there. Did we end a war that was happening in 12 days? Was that a war? Or was that just some people shooting missiles back and forth because they didn't have boots on the ground? It wasn't. Was that a war? See, this is what we be talking about. He ended a war in 12 days. Sir, you have not been in any kind of military altercation in your life.
Has he ever
In
had
your
a fight?
life.
I wonder if he's ever had a fight. That would be interesting to find out. Has anybody on the planet ever tagged him? Just tagged him 1 or 2 times. Anywho, go ahead, play the rest, sis.
Hold on, let me get it back up. Hold on.
All right. Yeah, you're right, Priscilla. He wanted that Nobel Peace Prize. And from what I'm reading, Iran said they're not done. We shall see, but Iran said that they aren't done just because Trump said that, you know. He wants so badly to be in control. First, you have to learn how to control your bowels. And then you can be in control of something else. I'm sorry. Now, let's go to commercial. I need to go to commercial.
At first, we got to do that first.
You got to do that first. First, if you can walk around without a diaper, then maybe, just maybe, somebody will take you seriously. Walk around without embarrassing the whole United States of America. I'm so embarrassed.
When we come back, I'm going to play the clip.
Powerpuff Boys, get y'all daddy. Sis, go ahead and run the commercials. I need to go get my other charger. You're listening to Our Plugs, the community connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break. Opal May Simplistic Beauty is hair care and skincare in a bottle. Take a quick survey and let us design your own formula. Go to ourplugs.com, look for Opal May Simplistic Beauty, and we can get your formula out to you as soon as possible. We hope to hear from you soon. Have a great day.
Welcome to a world that sparkles. Sparkle Kicks LLC is your one-stop shop for a wide variety of customized items. So bling out your Crocs. Customize that cutting board. Get you custom dominoes. Stop by and we will customize your order today. We can be found on Etsy and Our Plugs LLC. I'll be waiting to customize your order. All you need to do is place.
Timeless elegance. Redefine class. Welcome to Morningstar Boutique by Tam, where fashion at its finest.
Welcome to Morningstar Boutique, where the sun is shining and the style is all about you, your beauty, confidence, and individuality, whether that's your perfect summer dress, a chic jumpsuit, or outfit you didn't know you needed. We've got you. Stop by ourplugs.com and check us out.
Yeah, I think, unfortunately, man, a lot of men would rather be miserable than vulnerable. And rewind.
Let me sit over here. I don't want to sit by him.
A lot of men would rather be miserable than vulnerable. And what I mean by that is a lot of us suffer from the I'm cool.
God bless.
And we are back. You're listening to Our Plugs, the community connection. We're going to go ahead and finish talking and getting into our actual newsworthy news. I know I left off talking about Frumpy and the fact that he thinks he can be someone's dad. And I think it's the Proud Boys. Maybe it's the Powerpuff Boys or the Powerpuff Girls who want to call him daddy. I don't know.
Well, listen to this. So this is one of the ladies asking at the NATO summit when they were doing the inner, the questioning, and he always answers so stupid. But here we go.
White, yeah. White jacket, yeah.
Can y'all hear it?
Go ahead, give my mic. Hello.
Deborah Haynes from Sky News.
Good.
Mark Rutte, the NATO chief, who is your friend, he called you daddy earlier. Do you regard your NATO allies as kind of children?
No, he likes me. I think he likes me. If he doesn't, I'll let you know. I'll come back and I'll hit him hard, okay? No?
He did.
Huh?
Daddy, you're my daddy.
Do you regard your NATO allies, though, as kind of like children, and they're obviously listening to you and they're spending more, and you're obviously appreciative of that, but do you hope that actually they're going to be able to defend themselves, defend Europe on their own?
I think they need help a little bit at the beginning, and I think they'll be able to.
Y'all should have saw the joy in his face. What
I
does
can
kids
only
call
imagine.
him? Chump, sucker, lame. What does kids call him? They ain't call him daddy.
I mean, I don't want. I'm not.
I hate you, Dad. Is that what they used to say?
I'm not understanding. We this nation, we used to be, such a proud nation, and we're United States citizens. When I do go out of the country, I'm not telling anybody I'm from here.
I ain't either.
I'm not telling anybody that I.
This is a complete embarrassment.
From Canada. I don't speak a lick of French. It's gonna be Canada. No, I'm gonna go back to my roots, Nigeria. That's where I'm from. I'm Nigerian. No, because there's no way. And I'm not.
It's ghetto, y'all. This is just ghetto.
Yeah, it is.
This is some ghetto stuff, and we are right in the thick of it. Okay, innocently, we are innocent bystanders.
I don't want to be
in
here.
This foolishness of ghettoness happening.
I don't want to be here. Anywho.
Yeah, moving on.
Let's talk about Keg's breath. What did he do? You had mentioned it to me.
Yeah, so he had a meltdown. Now we know that Heg's breath, aka Keg's breath, because he's an alcoholic. He used to work for the media. He worked for Fox News. So half of the staff that are part of the White House are Fox News loyalists. Yeah. That was required of the job application, just to be a loyalist. That was it. You didn't have to have any kind of experience.
I mean, the guy for terrorism, he's 22. He cut the grass.
Exactly. And Keg's breath is over the Pentagon. So he's the one, and he drinks a lot. So he was up drinking this morning, angry, irate with the media, because what happened was someone leaked the intel of what happened with the bombs. So it was someone from their administration leaked it to the media that the damage was not as significant as they have been telling everybody. Like they said, they obliterated. They completely destroyed.
No, you didn't. That was a lie.
Well, according to the intel that was received, it's only going to set their nuclear program back about 6 months.
So you didn't do anything. You could have saved. Do you know how much money they spent doing that? Oh my goodness! But y'all don't want to. Y'all got money for wars, but you can't feed the poor.
Hey, Pac said it right.
And
the problem with that is, no, we ain't simping for Iran. They horrible people. Okay, that is a war country. They are terrorists. They are not good people. No. Absolutely not.
No.
But we definitely ain't going to start to try to pick no fights with them.
We're going to leave them alone. You know, that's like me going over to my neighbor's house trying to tell my neighbor what they should and shouldn't do, should and should not do with their house. Mind your business. If people would, this was not our business. And I thought he said no new wars.
The thing was, Kitty, we had a president when we did have a president before. Once upon a time ago, we had presidents, right? And there was a deal, there was a plan wrote up, basically telling by Barack, basically telling this country, hey, okay, you building nuclear stuff, but listen, you're gonna have to do this ABC, because I mean, let's keep it real. This is what the United States do. They do this. They're the bullies of
they're bullies of
and
the
they've
world.
always been that way. Okay. And I get it. Some things we do have to protect here. We have to protect our country. I don't feel protected now, but here's the deal. He think he can outdo anything that President Barack Obama did. So he goes and rips up the whole plans and deals that Barack had put in place, so he can try to outshine him. But it backfires every time.
Trump, if you are listening, you will never be able to outdo Obama as long as you are wearing a diaper. Obama doesn't have to wear diapers. You start by taking your diaper off and wearing underoos like everybody else. Start by going to the restroom like other people. Until you can do that, you will not hold a candle to Obama. Sorry, not sorry. It is what it is.
And here we got your minions, your Decepticons, on the podium early in the morning under the influence, loud, belligerent, acting the fool, calling names, don't know how to talk to the media, no professionalism, no decorum, nothing at all. Just a rambling fool, blurting out all kind of wrong stuff, trying to defend to the core of the strikes that you still is undefensible. You did not follow protocol properly. People are upset. You promised no new wars. You went and dropped bombs. You did. I mean, it's even some people under your cult. Some of the cult members are upset.
Yeah. I mean, because they are now figuring out that not only did you lie to us and you lied to the American people, but lo and behold, you lied to your cult members too. That's why the Powerpuff Girls are upset. You know, that's why they're upset, because they feel like they've been lied to. Well, what do you expect from a known liar? The man, he wakes up lying. He wakes up out of his sleep. He screams, Obama, Obama, Biden. And then he immediately starts lying. Obama, Obama, Biden. Immediately starts lying right after that, you know? You know, it is what it is, you know? And now you've got everybody doing the crazy stuff with you, just like DeSantis and Alligator Alcatraz. Why? And you're going to put people in tents. And wait, let's take it a step further. You put people in tents, okay? There's alligators and pythons surrounding them. That's their habitat. They smell food. They smell people. What's going to stop them from coming? How are you going to stop an alligator from coming into a tent?
I don't know.
How do you stop
what they're going to do? I don't know what they're going to do.
And he got $241 million for that. Funded. Federal funding. So our tax dollars go to that. So it's like.
So what are these tents about? I didn't hear nothing about that.
That's for the people that they want to deport. So
they're going to put them in tents?
Does it remind you of anything? Can you concentrate on anything? And maybe the camp grounds will come to you, concentration camp,
Yes.
tents.
Yeah.
Let's put
Yeah.
2 and 2 together. He is
Yeah.
taking a playbook right out of Hitler's handbook. He studied him. And so did Pee Wee German, aka Stephen Miller.
Yeah. Pee
You
Wee
know,
German.
they do the very worst. And they've got these governors out here who are tucking their tails, not giving a crap about their constituents, and saying, okay, great, let's do that. Never mind, it's going to hurt people.
Let's just talk about the influence. The influence that these demons, Decepticons, have brought onto just regular people. Now that you got people out here in the real world, what I call the real world, which is our world, you know, being very racist, boldly racist,
In your
making,
face.
trying to intimidate people. We got people who we don't know if they're ICE or not. We don't know who these people are, dragging
Show
people
your
out of their
face.
car.
Where's your badge?
I watched a man get chased. He was just a regular, this man in California. And I wish I had his name, but I don't know. Y'all probably saw the video. Was chased down by ICE. He had just finished doing some yard work. Now he is a father of 3 Marines. Three Marines.
They don't care.
And he raised them here in the United States. They chased this man down, beat him in the head. It's on tape.
I saw it.
Beat him in the head, pulled their weapons out, brandished their weapons at him, and at a car. This is not law enforcement.
This isn't law enforcement, no. But I do know.
And if it is, I'm trying to figure out how are you law enforcement?
They're not. But I do know this. When we go and vote, and y'all check your voters registration, bluevotersguide.org. Check your voters registration every month. When we go and vote and we flip the House to Democrats, and we flip the Senate to Democrats, and we impeach him, we are going to go after every one of the so-called ICE agents and prosecute them.
Absolutely.
Because it's kidnapping, it's assault, my goodness.
It's horrifying. You're right. It is
horrifying.
It was horrifying to watch that man get beat in the head like that and attacked.
And for what?
And he was just getting off of work.
And for what?
He wasn't a criminal. He wasn't committing a crime. He was getting off of work, and he looked Mexican, or he is a Mexican man. That was his crime.
The ones that are committing the crime are the ones with the ICE police on their jackets. You're not the police, and impersonating a police officer is a felony. Period. And that is a federal charge. That's not a state charge. That is a federal charge. So all of y'all that decided to put on that and sign up to get your little $1,000, all you bounty hunters, all you Proud Boys, all you fake ICE agents, get ready.
Get ready, because we will flip the House. We will flip the House.
And
trust and believe. I just heard yesterday about the big, beautiful, crappy bill. It is going nowhere. The Senate is having a hard time because there are rules. There are certain rules within the Senate, and they hit a hard stop because of a violation of these rules, especially when it comes to the health care of the people of the United States.
Yes.
How you gonna be senators and congressmen and not take care of the people?
How? That's your only job.
When that's your primary job.
That's why you were voted in.
So it's a hard stop right now because they can't move forward. They got to figure this thing out. They got to figure it out because you can't just take Medicare and Medicaid
away from people.
No. You can't take parts of it away where they won't be able to afford medication or surgeries that they have to have done, or dialysis appointments and things that they've been used
All
to
of it.
getting. You can't just do a hard stop on that because you took
Mm-mm.
funds away. So you can give a tax break to the billion and trillionaires.
And drop bombs in Iran and cost the taxpayer millions of dollars. Y'all really need to get off the
I'm
gas.
tired of them. I'm gonna tell you
I have
this
a
too.
question though.
Go
I
ahead.
do have a question. Now that we're talking about Medicare, I have a question. Okay, so we've all worked and we all pay into Social Security. And if you pass before you can collect your Social Security benefits, if you have a child under 18, that benefit goes to that child. What if you don't have a child over 18? Where does your money go? Where does your money go? Say you've paid into Social Security and you've only been receiving it for a year, and you and your spouse, y'all both receive Social Security, and your spouse passes. Why can't you continue to receive your spouse's Social Security? That's your spouse.
That's your
That's your
spouse.
income.
Right.
Why? Where does that money go?
I'm hmm.
The money goes to the government.
It goes back into the government. Yep.
This is the biggest scam of all times. When it dawns on you that, you know what? I've worked since I was 16, 15 years old.
Mm-hmm.
All these years I've worked. When I pass, and if I don't use all my Social Security, I don't have a child under 18. I don't want my money going to the government. I don't want it going. I want my
It should
money
go to
to
my family.
my family.
Yeah. It should go to my family.
It's Social Security insurance. So why isn't my family the beneficiary? Why is the government my beneficiary?
That's right, Melbo. Reverse Robin Hood. Absolutely.
I need to talk to somebody. I need to talk to someone.
It's a lot of things.
Yeah, we
It's
need
a
to
lot of
talk
things
about this
going on.
because
Did you happen to hear how Jasmine Crockett had dropped out of her race because she only received 6 votes for a
for
leader? She was supposed to
for
have a
leading.
leadership position within the House.
I'm not surprised. They don't want a loud black woman.
Now
They don't want a black
that
woman.
woman is
Period.
amazing. And to know
I'm not
that only
surprised
6
though.
people include, we got to make some big changes, y'all, around this.
It's
Uh,
time to clean house.
the Democrats too. We have to make some
Clean
huge
house.
changes.
I'm really. I don't want to say I'm gonna say it. I'm disappointed in some of the Democrats. The Republicans.
A lot of them.
I can't even talk to y'all. Y'all are
A lot of them are too old. They need to retire. They need
higher.
to give up their seats,
Go
make
sit down somewhere.
room for the newer generation. It's so many selfish individuals that I call them selfish because why are you in 90 something holding on to a seat, holding on to a job?
Exactly. Why are you still holding on to a job when you're in your 80s and 90s? Go
You
sit
a whole
down
different
somewhere.
generation.
You don't even know anything that's going on at this point.
No.
Go sit down. Go retire. There should be an age limit on who can represent the people because you don't know. You're not in the know. And that's
you're
not
not
a
in. You
dig
don't know.
at older people. We just want you to go live your life and let the next generation come on board and do what they need to do. This lifetime appointment is crazy. You're still going to get your money, but go sit down somewhere. You just want to stay in office so you can keep your white supremacy going.
It's another form of dictatorship to me. You
Hmm.
want to be dictate. You want to dictate what the rules. You want to have your input, which you can still have your input. Go vote. You have the right to still vote.
Go vote.
But
But still, if you are on oxygen, please go sit down. If somebody has to wheel you up, if you got to use a wheelchair or a cane,
to place your Congress vote, you need to go sit down.
go retire.
For real.
You should be playing bingo. You should be sitting down playing spades. Go enjoy your grandkids. Go meet your grandkids. But sitting up in the White House, in the Congress for forever, and you still keep voting for white supremacy. No, we are tired. We are tired.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. Did you hear about the former ABC anchor who has been indicted for PPP loan? Stephanie Hawkridge. Now, y'all need to cut it out. Now, you already make enough money. How much money do you want?
Greed. It's greed. Greed do it all the time.
I hope they get every last one of them, including Three Toes, Marjorie Taylor Greene.
And they all did it during the first Trump administration.
Yes, they did. And here's what frustrates me most. Why didn't when Biden got elected, he should have instructed, and I know, they're separate and the DOJ doesn't answer to the president until now, but he should have instructed them to go after all of the criminal activity that happened. I hope the next president that comes in place
who that was. Garland didn't do his job.
Did not.
I'm going to just say it. Garland did not
You want to wait until the end. You want to wait until years go by to. I'm so. Oh, it's set up.
It's a cause and an effect to everything, and we now can see the timeline of what caused these events to happen, what should have been done, and what wasn't done. And it's just the weakness to me of the Democratic Party. It's there is some weak parts to it. Although we do know that is the best representation for everybody, the American people, it's just some weak parts to it. And people have to do their diligence and start to really come to terms that, hey, I got to step aside, let this new fresh air come in the room. These more progressive Democrats get in here and make some changes.
Something needs to happen.
Make some change. I ain't saying go progressive. I'm saying some more younger progressive moving people who have some policies that help the people, all the people, move in a better direction.
Something needs to happen because this isn't working. This isn't working for the American people. This isn't working for our youth. It isn't working for the Gen X. It's not working for any of us.
No,
it's working directly against us. And I'm fed up. I'm tired of it all. And what frustrates me most is I feel like we aren't getting any type of, we're not getting anywhere,
Right.
And I know that, even if we were to try and impeach him now, there's nothing that's going to happen. It's not going to pass the House.
Well, yeah, I know people were upset because they said the Democrats didn't vote to impeach him. We don't have the numbers.
Don't have the numbers.
We don't have the numbers. What are we going to do? Just to say we're going to do it and we don't have the numbers.
It's performative.
It'll be, at that point, it's performative.
Yes, at that point, it's performative. Waste our time. And it's a waste of money. They can be focusing on trying to stop them from passing that big, beautiful bill of BS. Let's go ahead and take a quick break, quick commercial break. You're listening to Our Plugs, the community connection on WKRA 92.7, The Change.
And I'd like for you to do one more thing for me. Hold up two fingers. This is you, and this is me, and the space that exists between us should be filled with value.
Equal, a global human initiative, and its value identity model.
Welcome to a world that sparkles. Sparkle Kicks LLC is your one-stop shop for a wide variety of customized items. So bling out your Crocs, customize that cutting board, get you custom dominoes. Stop by and we will customize your order today. We can be found on Etsy and Our Plugs LLC. I'll be waiting to customize your order. All you need to do is place it.
Hi, I'm Tori G, www.saysomething.biz, and let's say something together.
We are back. Well, thank you for tuning in this morning Today we are going to be speaking with KK. Cece is out on vacation, so no Cece, no JoJo. But today we do have KK. And today we're going to talk about reality TV and some shows. I'm going to talk about a show that I've been watching and I absolutely love, and I can't wait for everybody to tune in. But before we get there, hey KK, how are ya?
Hey y'all, what's going on?
Hey,
What's going
KK.
on, WKRA? Boys and girls, men and women,
Yeah.
ladies and gents.
All right. It is Friday.
Happy
Finally.
Friday. Woo, yes.
Finally, right? That's how we feel. You
Yes.
feeling
I'm
this?
always ready for a Friday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Work from home for a few hours and then just chill for the.
Don't break. Don't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because you know I'm still going through some things for that. I
sorry.
still got some mental anguish, pain.
Sorry.
The man with the bare hand took away our rights to be home.
I know my rights.
That's what I should have said. I know my rights.
I'm sorry. I forgot.
No, it's a sore spot in my heart.
My apologies, sis. I'm gonna be thinking about you, okay? While I'm walking around in my.
I'm sorry too.
I'll be in that office. Look, sitting up in that jail cell, sitting in that jail.
Hopefully you will have some good music or some good conversation in your ear that will.
I do. I keep myself in there. At least I have my office to myself. I have my own office.
Oh, good.
So I can close my door and
lock it.
I have my own.
You cannot lock the door. You lock the door?
It lock automatically, honey.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
I have the key to my office.
You have to be safe in the workplace.
Yes.
You have to be safe.
You know where I work.
Oh, well, yeah. You better
You
lock it.
can't have people just coming in.
Yeah. That's smart, though. Yeah.
Yeah. I got
the meaning of go postal is still true, alive and true.
Yes. And people are on the verge right about now, you know.
Ooh. And it's even higher now, you know,
yes.
with all this stuff going on. So we got to be careful. Everybody be careful at your workplace.
Yeah. You know, I heard about, before we get started, I heard about a lady in Houston on 45 who got into a fender bender with the 18-wheeler? She got hit by a semi, but she didn't get hurt. She got out of her car and she put a chair in the middle of the freeway and sat there, a lawn chair, with her weapon of choice. She had traffic shut down.
She was tired. That woman was tired. I don't know if that was
tired.
She was tired of being tired.
We talked about people on their last, like, you got one more time.
Yes.
It's just one more thing. Straw. That was it.
That was her last straw. Because
that was her last straw.
She couldn't take it no more. You should have seen all the police response, these big men with the shields, and they're standing behind the shields, and she's just sitting in her lawn chair with her rifle on her arm and just sitting there. Like, I know y'all finna come get me. Come on. Y'all.
Oh, yes. These are the times.
These are the times. Twilight Zone.
You know what? When I first moved to Houston and I used to watch the news, I'd be like, me and my husband would say, like, this seemed like a movie, like a mafia movie here. It's always something happening. Like it was one news article. A man had, I guess, been abducted, and he ran out the house and he was butt naked and he ran up the street and he was being trafficked. I guess he was being set. And I said, this is like a movie.
That was Jeffrey Dahmer's movie.
But it was like Jeffrey Dahmer's movie, but it was here in Houston.
Oh, my.
I mean, nothing surprises me nowadays. It does not. I heard about 20 kids in Florida that got saved from being trafficked this week. And then I heard about, I want to say it was more than like maybe 60 or 70 kids in Iowa that were being trafficked.
Well, you know, they probably were coming from that, is that not the Mormons? Where's that place, you know, they all dress alike and get on the bus? Oh, I can't think.
Mormons. The
You
Mormons.
said
the Mormons?
Mormons.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds.
Well, no,
like
Mormons don't ride. They don't ride buses. They do horse carriage rides.
The buggies.
You know,
They do the
remember the story
buggies?
where the older man had his women and the kids?
David Koresh.
Not David.
No, but it was another guy. I know
It was
you're talking-
another guy.
Yeah, he had a lot of different
It
wives.
sounds like that's what you were talking about.
And they were kids.
They saved all those
Child,
kids.
who knows? It's crazy.
Who knows
out here.
nowadays? You know, all I know is we got a lot going on in America. I'm ashamed. I am ashamed.
I'm ready to move.
Me too. Nigeria. I don't know. I'm gonna go check it. I'm gonna go check out Nigeria, and I want to check out Ghana, and then Egypt, of course, and then I'll go over to South America and see what they got going on over there. But look, my time is limited. I want to be. Look, I need to sleep in peace, and I think I could be peaceful as long as, you know, I have the man with the dead hand far away from me. Anywho, let's go ahead and hop into some reality.
Some gossip.
Some gossip, please.
Yeah, what's going on? Look, I'm pulling up my little gossip source. Let's see.
Well, I do have a question today. Would you rather?
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, would you rather be able to teleport anywhere or be able to read minds?
Ooh.
Both of them sound kind of good, but it takes reading minds takes me back to the movie with Taraji. What men?
Yeah, what a man want.
Yes.
I think I would want to teleport.
Me too, because I really don't care what people.
Because I don't really care. Because some things you don't even want to know. I ain't even want to know that about you.
It's not.
Yes.
I don't want to know, but I would like to teleport, baby. I'll be all over the world. All over.
Be back, y'all.
I'll be right back.
I'll be right back, honey. I'll be on somebody's island, beach, and some sand with a margarita.
I don't know if I'm ever right back.
Look, you done got on my nerves. I will be back.
And blink, and like I Dream of Jeannie, be like,
okay. I love that.
Teleport is my
my
answer.
think that she was real when I was a little girl. I used to think I Dream of Jeannie was real, and I wanted to be just like her, so I could just.
I used to love that show.
Yes.
Oh yes, I sure used to try to wrinkle my nose too, twinkle, wrinkle something, anything. Open my eyes, and I was still in the same spot.
Like it ain't working.
What am I doing wrong?
Right.
Only we knew. We had it so good then.
Look,
those green peas were still on my plate when I was little.
The minds of babes. We dream big when you're young. You dream big. Like,
ooh, yes.
So teleport is my answer.
Okay.
Yes. Well, what's your answer, Kim?
Teleporting, because I think I would be upset if I could read everybody's mind. You know, sometimes somebody may be standing next to me thinking something that I don't want to hear, and
I don't want to hear everybody's voices. I don't care.
But I don't want to hear everybody's thoughts. Yes.
Snap my fingers and be in Egypt, or snap my fingers and be in Cozumel or Costa Rica. Still here. Anywho.
Remember the Calgon commercial too?
Calgon, take me away.
Had us all buying that Calgon. We didn't take it nowhere.
Nowhere. But to bed. Take your bath and go to bed. My skin was soft though. My skin was soft. You know, I was only like 12, 13, 14, you know. Skin was soft and all that good jazz. So I know I sent a couple of articles up to you this week on the reality shows have been cutting up. First, I have a question before you hop in. What's going on with Mama D and Portia? Why are they beefed out?
Mama D and Portia?
Of all people. Mama D is too old to be sitting up here bothering people. Go sit down.
But what's her beef with Portia though? I don't understand what the two got in common.
I didn't get that whole story. No, it's nothing.
Nothing. I think Mama D does things so she can make herself relevant. You know, I noticed that right before their shows come on, somebody has to do something outlandish so people will start watching. So they probably don't have anything going on, but you know, they have to make some sort of noise so people will pay attention to them.
So Portia did for People magazine. Portia did a cover, right? She remade the Angela Bassett Amazing Scene.
Now I saw that. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
First of all, it was beautiful. It was bomb. But my thing,
however,
yes, let's say this. My thing is, Portia, your stuff ain't that traumatic. Quit playing.
She didn't put in 11 years.
Yes. I was reading the article of like what happened in this divorce with her and her ex-husband. Like, why was it this traumatic for you? And
it was never clear. Because it's never been clear on exactly what happened.
They got into an argument one day. Married couples have arguments.
Yes.
They couldn't work it out.
Next thing you know, he went to go do what he wanted to do or whatever that day. It wasn't like nothing blow up big. He was kind of shocked that she filed for divorce. She was basically like, I'm going to get you before you get me.
That's crazy.
So you didn't marry for love, you married for money. He said that he's going to sue her. He said that he's going to sue her for tricking him into marrying her or something like that.
Because now,
because
he gotta pay her show support and all this stuff.
But not for long. I think that's only for 6 months or.
He said it ain't over. I mean, it kind of looks shady, Portia.
No, it was shady from the beginning, and that's why it's still shady right now because.
Well, wasn't he married and, you know.
He was with someone else and she went to their house. You know, all the ladies went to Phelan's house.
Do you know what would happen if you came to my house and then my husband divorced me and started dating you?
You'd be snapped.
I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail.
Wait a minute, who came to who house?
Portia went to Phelan's house when she was married to
what's Portia's husband? I don't know.
Portia's husband.
Yes. And met him, and then a year later
was with him.
She's with him.
So she went over to the lady house. He was married to somebody. She went over there, met him, and next thing you know, that was the man she wound up marrying.
Mm-hmm. And she said her and the lady, that was kind of her first time or second time maybe meeting Phelan. So
who brought her to the house? Like, he knew they had mutual friends?
You know how the storyline, they have to make a storyline.
Yes, they all went over there. All the ladies.
So they all went over there to meet her. She invited all of them over. Kenya went over there too, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
He's lucky he didn't fall for Kenya because she would have had him strung out.
I call Cap.
Yeah. I call
Portia. I call Cap.
That's why it's still a mess right now. It's a mess then, and it's still a mess.
That's why all that drama, all that extraness with the whole Angela Bassett thing.
That's why. Did you read the comments?
Like, I didn't read the comments. I wish I should have.
You should have read the comments. They were just like, you didn't even have enough time with the man to be doing all of this. This is no Angela Bassett.
Thank you.
You didn't put in, like I said, 11 years, you know, and help him build his company.
Help him build his career, his life. You ain't bear no children for him, nothing. And you acting like this is your time. And I mean, she really went big. I said, okay, Portia, you're a bit much. But anyway.
And I blame People magazine for even putting that. I would know. It must be a slow news cycle to put Portia.
Now, did People actually put it out, or was that something that she just did?
I don't know.
I don't know if People actually put that out.
Let me look and see, because if they did, I'm looking at People magazine like, really? This is what y'all want to report on? Portia and her divorce? But no. Okay, so what do you have, Kim? I had a question about that.
Well, we'll see this week. So Kelly on the show had a a cook-off with Angela's husband, who is Charles. I can't remember their last name. The one that played basketball. He's retired now. So they were toasting to. They had a cook-off with waffles and chicken. As they were done and making a toast and whatever, some guy walked up to Angela and said, "I would like to speak to you about your husband."
Okay.
So Angela was just kind of shocked, she kind of sat there and he kind of walked off. And her husband was on the other side of the counter cooking, but he didn't hear the guy. So later on, they were toasting again, like over to the side. And the guy said, "I want to make a toast. I have some information for Angela about her husband cheating on her." And then Kelly had him escorted out of there by security because she said, "We're not here for this. This is not about to happen here. No."
How do you even get in?
Well, it was a public place. It was at Sonoma.
Was he the other person?
Apparently someone paid him to go there and give her information. So we don't know exactly who paid him yet. This is to come on the next episode.
And what did the husband say? He just stood there.
He still hadn't heard it yet.
Oh, he hadn't heard it.
Because there was a lot of people there. It's in the store, Williams Sonoma.
Well, don't embarrass me. You could have pulled me off camera. If you really wanted to tell me something about my husband, tell me off camera. Don't
on TV.
No,
you TV. Try to play me and
he's trying to get his 15 minutes and get beat down.
You catch a whole beat down doing some stuff like that.
I would actually call my husband over. "Hey, he said that you're cheating on me, babe. Come on over here."
I think something like that is going to go down on the next episode.
Because if you want to put my business out here, whether it's true or not, on national TV, I'm gonna tell my husband to come over here so he can confirm or deny.
Yeah,
exactly. I have to hold him back because he gonna want to tag you. He gonna want to tag you just a little bit.
So we will tune in.
Touch you.
Yes.
It's this Sunday.
This Sunday we will tune in.
I'm gonna try and watch it.
Now, this is the Real Housewives
of Atlanta.
Okay, this Sunday.
Yes.
I don't know. They really should change the name from Housewives.
Because they're not housewives.
They're not housewives.
Well, Angela is and Brittany is. Nobody else is. Everybody
I have a name for them.
Oh, Shamia's married too. That's right.
I have a name for them. Tired Hoochies of Atlanta. I mean, because Real Housewives, y'all are not housewives. We're tired of hearing the same thing. I did find the article. Simon regrets marrying Portia Williams, believes he was targeted for money. You don't say. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
That is hilarious. I mean, anybody could.
Because the reason that she wrote in that article why the divorce happened, I've never heard such a lame reason to divorce somebody.
I think she said he lied to her about something, but what is that something? I don't know. It was nothing concrete said.
It's because he wasn't supposed to something about his citizenship, but he wanted
stuff. What that got to do with a marriage?
He wanted to go back and forth, and she wanted him to stay put, so he went and he needed to go back to Nigeria. Is he from Nigeria or where is he from?
I think my cousin.
And he needed to go back, so he went anyway. And she said, "Oh, that was it for me." And then she put her baby in it. How it just was so emotional for her daughter. And
yes, her daughter's asking her, "Where's Pop Pop?" Really?
Right. Talking about brothers and sisters in the house. And I'm like, is his kids adults?
The kids are acting now. Yeah. Bravo. If y'all need a show, if y'all need a show, call me. Bravo, if you listening, call me. We got ideas because this is tired.
Get Portia.
Yes.
It's tired. Okay, so what's going on with I heard a rumor that Shawnee and her old man are breaking up.
No, I didn't hear that.
Shawnee and the pastor.
She was on the show last week. but I didn't hear anything about them breaking up.
I think it's just a rumor. I think it's just a rumor, and you know, the pastor. That's just all weird. I can't see Shawnee married to a pastor, but hey, love is love. And if they are breaking up, it's probably because of them parachute pants she had on. That'll break anybody up.
What she have on?
What parachute pants?
Y'all didn't see them? Let me see if
You watched it last week?
No, I didn't watch it.
I ain't see him.
No. She had on some parachute pants, and they were like walking down the runway, and I guess they were at like a church summit or something. That's a reason to break up with somebody. Girl, what you got on? No, don't come out here embarrassing me. Put some clothes on. Okay. All right.
I have to see these parachute pants. I like some pants with a little elastic at the bottom, but not.
So they didn't look
it just
cute
depends. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to Google
but
it.
But speaking of that show, Crazy Jackie.
Oh Lord, what Jackie done did, girl.
But,
what's up with Jackie?
Jackie's daughter is on the show now.
Yeah.
Shanty.
This girl that she likes. This daughter she likes, right?
Well, according to her daughters, they had some. She said her mom never had her back growing up. She never felt like the love from her mother.
Girl, if my kids felt like that about me, I would be devastated.
Crushed.
Well, her daughter got into an argument with Brandy, and Brandy was telling her to stay in a child's place.
But she's a grown-up now, right?
She's a grown-up with a child and married. And her mother's never met. So Jackie was kind of quiet, and she was like, okay, that's between y'all. You know, I don't feel like I need to get into it.
No, you got me messed up.
All the way messed up.
Baby.
So wait a minute. Then her daughter went to the bar with Brittany, who's a Brittany on that show.
Yeah.
Brittany is a Muslim. She wears the hijab and everything. So when they came back, Brittany, before they came back, she told her, you know, I'm so mad at your mother right now because she's not being a mom. She's not taking up for you. And that reminded her of her mother because she said she grew up with the same.
She caught a flashback. Okay.
Yes. So when they came back to the table, first Jackie was like, you know what, Brittany, I just want to tell you, I'm glad that you have my daughter's back, and I really appreciate it, and blah, blah, blah. And when Jackie was talking, I guess before that, Jackie was saying something to her daughter, and Brittany was in the middle, and Jackie's hand was kind of in her face, you know, like. So anyway, Jackie and Brittany ended up getting into an argument. And her daughter, Jackie's daughter, was like, you get into an argument with Brittany over this, but when Brandy is sitting there arguing with me, you say nothing. So that just blew up the whole thing.
I can see it. I mean, how would you not feel like that? You my mama.
Exactly.
You don't have my back. You sitting up here letting this lady, I mean, I don't care right or wrong. I'm always going to have my child's back now.
And everybody went to console her because they were like, nobody agreed with Jackie at that point. And she said she wanted to go call her dad, and Jackie was like, no, you don't call my husband. And she was like, that is my father, my blood.
Okay, you done lost your mind, lady.
I mean, because y'all can get divorced, but he's always going to be my daddy.
That's it. He's always going to be my father.
Jackie has always been a little thrown off, and at one point I thought it was for the cameras, but I'm starting to see that it's real. She needs some.
I don't know how that
man
needs
some therapy.
Her so long.
I don't, you know, they live separate lives.
They live separate lives.
That's how he was able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
They're only together on paper. It seems
they're only together when he wants to do. You know, they were getting married every year, so he would come.
Still doing that?
I don't know if they're still doing it. Actually, I think they're going through a divorce. It hasn't been confirmed yet.
She's special.
She's very special.
You know, that man probably got him a whole nother family he in love with, another woman he in love with.
To treat your kids like that, and for your kids to feel, again, just to feel like that all their lives, that their mom was not there.
That's sad.
That is sad, because I can't even imagine.
I can't either.
I can't.
My kid, that's because we have very close bonds with our children. So
yeah,
there is no, you know, I'm gonna don't call your. There's never ever going to be a place where I'm not going to take up for my child. I don't care how old she is.
Exactly.
You know.
And honestly, I don't care if she right or wrong. If they wrong, we'll talk about it privately.
Yes.
But you're not going to talk to her
in the
like
presence of us, honey.
Yes.
If it's going down, it's going
her.
down. You're not going to do that.
Exactly.
To mine, not to mine.
But see, we are women with sin. I don't get these women.
I don't get it.
I know that they're doing it for a show and they're doing it to stay relevant or whatever. And maybe that's Jackie's angle. Let me act like this.
Not with your child, though. I'm sorry.
I think it's just
with everybody
her.
else.
Like,
yeah,
I think she just delayed. Like Kim said, something. She off. She thrown
something
off.
is very off. Yes. Yeah. That's crazy.
Well, something's been off with her. You know, she's been off. Girl, that's another reason.
I'm surprised she's still on the show.
Me too, but you know, controversy sells. You know, just like us looking for news articles, only the negative. That's all we find.
That's it.
About Jackie, I'm not gonna say controversy. I'm gonna say stupidity.
Yeah.
People just love drama. They love to see other people going through something. It's entertainment. So
I guess, you know, I mean, it just depends. I mean, look at Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry has made all these movies about Black women's suffrage, and he's a multi-millionaire, or is he a billionaire? I don't even know. But isn't he facing some charges? Allegedly, Miss Janice.
He got to pay.
Not charges.
They want. It's a lawsuit.
They're suing him.
It's a lawsuit.
Not charges. Lawsuit.
My bad.
Yeah.
Not charges.
Speaking of charges, so you know they had the closing arguments.
That's what I thought with Diddy, right?
Yes.
Did they do the closing argument?
It was the closing
Well, they're doing the closing arguments now because the judge wants this to be done by the 4th of July, before the 4th of July.
Okay.
So
will he keep his freedom? Or will he not?
Going to prison.
4th of July edition.
Well, if he goes to prison, they're saying it may not be long or he's not going to go at all because they didn't have no hard evidence, no concrete evidence on.
I mean,
I beg to differ.
Well, they can see that he was a horrible person.
The horrible person, but I think they proved the RICO because the bringing people over state lines, that alone.
That's a RICO.
Is
that
a RICO.
Alone,
and that alone is gonna get him big time.
Yes, and then you add drugs to the situation.
Yes, over state lines.
But they said the people were willing. It's not like
matter. It doesn't matter. They were paid,
and it was money and drugs.
They were paid. Money and drugs are involved. Whether they're willing or not.
Interesting to see how this turns out because you know, sex trafficking normally they will kidnap you and take you unwillingly, no payment. You know how these kids disappear and they don't see them anymore. Yeah. So it wasn't exactly like that. So it's going to be interesting to see the outcome.
It's never been okay to pay for it. I mean, prostitution is still.
And then there's weapons too. The weapons with the scratched off serial numbers.
That part. Yes.
It's a couple angles they have to go because it's not going to be so much as what he did to the women. You know, they were participants in his buffoonery.
They were willing participants.
Okay, even if it was violence involved, they didn't press charges then. They didn't press charges now. So,
it's something to see.
They were. So it won't be so much for that. It's going to be, we just all know that information now. Now everybody has a perception like, Diddy never, you know, nobody wants to deal with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His career to me is ruined.
We are, me too. We are at the end of the show. This time next week, we'll be talking about whether it's a guilty charge or I guess. I mean, if they go and deliberate and they give us a verdict by this time next week. But until then, you guys have a wonderful weekend. Any last words, Kim? Any last words?
Thanks for having me on again. And it's been great. It's always a good time coming on here, laughing and having great conversations with you all.
Yeah.
All righty. Let me teleport to Hawaii.
Let's go.
Okay. Any last words, Ms. Morningstar?
Everybody have a great weekend. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, chat. We see y'all. Y'all have a wonderful Saturday. Remember what I told y'all on the affirmations. Relax, release, rejuvenate.
Absolutely. We will see you guys next week. Thank you for tuning
Release.
in all week. You have listened to Our Plugs, the Community Connection. We will see you next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the family.
Hey
Get some
y'all,
sun.
it's
Touch
DJ
grass.
Kitty.
And Miss Morningstar.
We are here from Our Plugs, the Community Connection, and we will be your new morning host on WKRA 92.7 The Change.
Yes, we will be broadcasting Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time.
We'll also be streaming on YouTube at Our Plugs LLC.
Be sure to tune in.
Hey y'all, it's